shit. Okay. Oh, there we are. Is this on? Should be on. Yeah. Okay, good. Alright. Just gotta wait for people. Get here. What? I'm just gonna get into it since nobody is here. Open this, that, that. Alright. Alright. Wrong one. Okay, cool. This is the one I want. Okay, yeah. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Action. Alright, Tucker Carlson is back in Moscow, sucking Putin's dick, as always. Let's get into it.
In the week since we left Russia, Moscow, where we are now, in February, after interviewing Vladimir Putin, We've watched from the United States as the Biden administration has driven the U.S. ever closer to a nuclear conflict with Russia, the country that possesses the world's largest nuclear.
America and Russia are not getting into a nuclear conflict. America is just helping Ukraine protect itself. This is basic knowledge, but Tucker doesn't care about basic knowledge. He's going to intentionally lie to you.
Your arsenal. It has accelerated ever since, and it's reached its apogee so far in the weeks after Trump's election. He's now the president-elect. In that time, just a few weeks ago, the Biden administration, American military personnel launched missiles into mainland.
Ukraine launched the missiles. America gave them the permission to launch them further. America did not send missiles to Russia. That is common knowledge, I fear.
Russia and killed at least a dozen Russian soldiers. So we are, unbeknownst to most Americans, in a hot war with Russia, an undeclared war, a war you did not vote for and that most Americans don't want, but it is ongoing. And because of that war, because of the fact that the U.S. military is killing Russians in Russia right now, we are closer to nuclear war than at any time in history. Far closer than we were during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That would mean the elimination of Russia, the United States, and most of the rest of the world.
We are not closer to nuclear war. He is lying here. You're going to be hearing me say this a lot. He is lying to your face. This smug ass.
We felt there must be someone behind the scenes in Washington working to make sure that this conflict doesn't become a nuclear holocaust. But we found out that no, in fact, there is nobody.
There is people. There's people communicating with Ukraine to make sure that they don't go too far. And they aren't doing... They're keeping Ukraine on too tight of a leash, in my opinion. They are not doing a good job of protecting Ukraine and protecting Ukrainians.
Tony Blinken, the current Secretary of State, cut off all contact between the U.S. and Russian.
He did not. There is still contact between Ukraine and Russia. He's lying here. He's openly and blatantly lying here. I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate this man.
Governments. There is no back channel. There is no conversation. There hasn't been for more than 2 years.
Oh shit. I think this might be a little too loud here. Let me. Alright.
That's shocking. Meanwhile, most Americans have no access to any perspective other than that granted to them by NBC News and the New York Times. They don't know how close we are. They don't know the Russian perspective. We've been trying for over a year to get that perspective out to American news.
By the Russian perspective, he means no one is glazing Putin's cock enough for his liking. He wants people absolutely glazing Putin. Alright.
Consumers. We've also tried for over a year to get an interview with Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. We've attacked that from a bunch of different angles. We've spoken to a lot of different people around him, had dinner with them. We've been in talks continuously, and those...
Yeah, I wonder why Zelensky doesn't want to interview Tucker Carlson. Could it be because Tucker Carlson is a Russian shill and a Russian sympathizer? Could it be that Zelensky knows that if he was to interview Tucker Carlson, he would not get a good, honest, and fair interview? Obviously. Do you really think that Tucker Carlson would be as charitable to Zelensky as he has towards Putin? No, obviously not. Tucker has been absolutely glazing Putin's cock and balls, absolutely guzzling them. He would not do the same to Zelensky. He would not be charitable in any respect towards Zelensky at all.
Efforts have been thwarted by the U.S. government. The American embassy in Kiev, which our tax dollars pay for, told the Zelensky government, no, you may not do the interview. You can talk to CNN, you can't talk to us. So we've been unable to speak to him.
Yeah, that's a good whatchamacallit. It's just good journalism practice, because they know that Tucker will not be a honest interviewer. He will be bad faith. Yeah. Oh, shit. This is the thumbnail. Face. Alright.
So we came back to Moscow yesterday to interview the foreign minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, the longest serving foreign minister in the world. He's been a part of this government for 25 years. He's been in the diplomatic corps for over...
I don't know much about Sergei Lavrov. I don't care. I really don't care about Sergei. Gonna be honest.
Over 40, and ask him, where exactly are we? Are we headed toward an unprecedented conflict between Russia and the United States?
We are not. We are not heading towards that way in any sense of the word. America and Russia are not going to get into any conflict.
Is there any way to peel Russia back from the east, from the sphere of China, back into the west? Is that alliance permanent? And does the election of Donald Trump mean an end to this war, which is reshaping the world, the U.S. economy, the global economy, and risk?
I don't know if Trump will continue supporting Ukraine. I don't think he will. And that scares me, and it should scare you. Trump also wants to glaze Putin. He is Putin's pet. Because Trump just wants money. That's all he cares about, money and power. Oh.
The life of every person on this planet. Is that possible? We just walked out of that interview. It's absolutely fascinating. It's coming very soon. We hope you'll watch.
Alright. That is all for this segment, actually. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye. Stream is not over yet. Do not worry. Do not fear. Hello, Green Moon. I've decided to start segments in streaming. I don't know how to pull up the chat on this end. Actually, I'm going to quickly Google that. There's a snowstorm coming, so I might lose power. Yes. Alright, hold on, I gotta do things in the back end. Oop. Alright. I don't. I'll set it up later, I guess. Alright, we are done with this segment. We can close it. And we're gonna cover this. Probably not all of it. Wait. Excuse me. Sorry, sneeze. Alright. Ooh, that is a good segment, actually. We are going to copy and then Control V. Alright. We are going to cover that today. That's nice. This is my alt account. Alright. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hello, guys.
Alright, so, Mutahar, some ordinary gamer. I don't watch him. I don't particularly care for him. He was doing collaborations with Nuxtaku, and I don't like that. I think that was bad. However, he put out an apology and has since stopped supporting Nux. Now, this apology, right? It was awful. It was horrible. It was one of the worst apologies I've ever seen. So, what we are going to do is actually watch it together, shall we? Is that? Oh, right. Okay. Alright, good. Alright. Actually going to start the video. Let's
Guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today we've got
okay.
a pretty serious
This is a re-upload, by the way.
video to make. Throughout my career, you know, people make mistakes and there's accountability to be taken, and I am not shy to taking real accountability to actual mistakes. Now, the thing about this is, obviously I can upload these kind of videos onto secondary platforms, but I really think for full effect, I should always upload to the main platform and really talk to you guys in a full level-headed way. Now, I have a Reddit board known as Some Ordinary Gamers, and you can post whatever memes and things you want all day, every day. But one of the clips that I saw, one of the things shared, was resurfaced video of Oompaville, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Nuxtaku watching Loli together on a Discord call.
Yeah, he did that. I don't like that. I hate that. This apology is supposed to be really, really bad. I don't want to watch all of it because it's like almost 40 minutes, and my coverage of it will extend beyond that. But we are going to watch as much as I can handle. Let's continue.
So when I see this kind of stuff, it blows me, and it obviously
it blows. I think he meant to say it blows him away, but it's funnier with him saying it blows. Alright, we're off to a bad start, but that was just a whatchamacallit, a misspeak. That's what it's called.
flashbangs anybody, and I want to definitely have a talk about it and really explain to you exactly what this is, what it's about, give you my side of the perspective, and again, take accountability where accountability.
This is not the outfit for an apology like this. When you're caught reacting to lolly porn on the internet, this is not the outfit for this. You should be more professional. And you should have more lights on instead of looking like you came out of the Gooner cave. His little goon cave. I'm sorry, this is a serious topic. I should conduct myself more seriously. But this is not a good apology setup. This is not the setup for an apology. This is possibly the worst.
Accountability needs to be fucking taken. Now, I've had a pretty hardcore stance against things like lolly, and obviously I don't want to be contributing to watching that kind of content or normalizing it in any fashion. So in this situation, obviously I looked at some of these clips and I want to explain what's happening and completely condemn it too, because as somebody that is 1000% against this kind of stuff, I don't want to be, again, normalizing it in any capacity. Now, for people who don't know, Oompaville and Nuxtaku were former members of the Some Ordinary podcast, which obviously ended 3 to 4 months ago. Now, I get to talk about that a little bit after I discuss all of this, because there's some lore about it that I can finally really discuss. And it should shit.
Okay, hang on. I gotta do some. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, it is going to be memes. I finally opened the chat. Finally figured out how to do that. My deepest apologies. Alright, let's continue.
To light exactly what really happened with the podcast, because it's pretty independent of this. But to go back to it, Nuxtaku is a former collaborator, a former friend of mine, and I mean really a former friend of mine, because some of the stuff that I've seen over here is disgusting enough that I really can't continue a friendship, and I really can't, like, again, excuse some of my behavior watching some of this content as well. So this video that was uploaded with, again, Nuxtaku as Jeffrey Epstein, and me as, I assume, Ghislaine Maxwell over here, Mudahar Nunt, right? So obviously in this clip, or in this video, there is a pretty big clip of me, Nuxtaku, and White.
That thumbnail does go hard. You know what else? Hold on, I gotta... That's a thumbnail face, alright? Oh, I love that thumbnail face.
And Caleb basically watching and reviewing hentai together. Now, while all three of us were present in this video, this is a section from me, right? Now, obviously, these videos, according to how this video is played, was uploaded on YouTube. Now, for full context, when it comes to recording stuff, this was 3 years ago, so I don't remember everything done onto it. I don't think anybody can remember something they did 3 years ago, especially when you make videos nearly every day. But in this collaboration, Nux doesn't really give any preparation material. We kind of just jump in and record stuff and then send it over to his editors or himself over Discord. But in this situation, he showed us a channel known as Henty Boy, right?
You should not be reacting to hentai on the internet if you don't do the bare minimum research needed. You should research the channels that you are looking into. That is literally the bare minimum. Every channel I react to, right? I put in the bare minimum of research. I go to their channel, check out what kind of content they're doing. I did a segment reacting to Tucker Carlson. I know what kind of content Tucker Carlson is releasing, and what I want to react to, what is safe for me to react to. That is the bare minimum research. That is the bare fucking minimum. And Mudahar cannot do that, apparently.
Which again, this is a video known as Hentai Thick Girl, very unknown, very small viewership, but as you can see right over here, right, this is all uploaded to YouTube.
And even when you look at the upload date for this, August 2020, around Nux's actual video, which would have been uploaded like January of, or the end of January of like 2021, the channel pretty much remained dormant over here, but it was pretty much an unknown channel that slipped under YouTube's moderation. And I don't even think that channel exists anymore, because with the amount of attention raised through Nux's initial video, it probably is.
I mean, yeah. When a channel uploading things that are TOS get attention, especially if they're smaller, they get striked. YouTube does not care about people like Tucker Carlson uploading things that go against their TOS. But when it's smaller, they will strike you down. And that's not me defending this account. It should have been taken down. This is just more of a general statement, honestly.
It's completely removed and has actually been banned off of the platform.
And
Good.
again, when I was working with Nux, a lot of the things we did talk about was being anti-Loli in that situation. And Nux very much made it clear to me that he was anti this stuff as well too, and he still maintains it to this day. But the kind of stuff that he showed us was anime niche.
Is he anti-Lolly when he is literally watching it and forcing it upon y'all? Can you really call that being anti-Lolly? I don't think so. I don't think it's ethical to call it that.
Summer.
Now, inside the video, inside Nux's presentation, it kind of came off as like just a cursed little hentai, and the reality of it is I never really...
Let's read the synopsis. It is a blurry-ass video, but Yuta Yumachi is an average high school student preparing for exams through his... Yeah, this is just this is high school shit. You should not be reacting to this at all. The characters are in high school. If you're going to properly react to something, you should put in the bare fucking minimum effort. Christ.
watched his collaboration, but if you take the name that Nee Summer has had and put it into my anime list, which I realistically should have done at the time, you can see the synopsis is Yuta Yamayuchi is a average high school student, right? So right there, I'm not going to play the whole semantics, oh, is this really a loli game? Like, I don't even care if somebody is like 18 or on the cusp of like turning 19. At the end of the day, high school can very much involve a minor. And when you scroll down and go to the information, it is a OVA by a studio known as Rabbit Gate with no licensors, but the genre is in fact hentai.
I don't think this should have been released. This is already off to an awful start. But there's bits of it I've seen through like little clips. I want to skip forward a little bit. That I don't.
Maybe it wasn't, you know, this like borderline illicit material. But again, these were also smaller YouTube channels, so chances are they probably weren't swept up under the YouTube moderation, which is something that also should have really been considered.
Right,
and honestly, it's that work with the person. You know, you tend to have this level of like authority brought into it, and there is obviously a blind spot when this is somebody that you consider to be a friend at the time. And obviously, when you work with that person and you see other large creators that you're also friends with work with that person, it just, again, swells up that blind spot that you make. But again, no.
He was collaborating with him out of clout. That's what that is. That's called being swept up in clout. Being greedy. Like, yeah, when you're collaborating with someone, you can pull in that audience. And it could be good for the channel. Sometimes, when you're reacting to someone, or like collaborating with someone, it hurts your channel. And this is one of those cases. Nux should have never been involved with Muda. And Muda should have never been even within 15 feet of Nux. This really did hurt Muda's channel. As it should. I don't hate Mudahar. I don't care for his content. I don't care what he puts out. But I don't actively hate him. Just so you know.
no real excuses over there. You shouldn't really have a blind spot in the first place. And again, it's not only me being a poor judge of character, but I should have absolutely have spotted this years ago. So for that, I absolutely own up.
Yeah, that's clout blindness. You wanted money. You wanted more potential views. Don't forget, on YouTube, views equal money. Views are literally tied to your money.
Up to my fuck up here. But again, I don't think this is literally us gooning together watching Loli in this manner. This is a collaboration where it happens pretty much on the fly, and it's not, you know, representative of the kind of
It is you reacting to Lolly together. That's what this is called. You were reacting to lolly porn together. I wouldn't call it gooning, but it's certainly reacting to lolly porn.
shit that I consume on a daily basis or anything of that nature. Like, I would never willingly and honestly, like, watch something like this, you know, out of nowhere. This is just insane, and I wanted to really bring this up and bring this into the context of what this clip was and why we had watched this kind of stuff. And any jokes that I make in these situations, really any jokes that anybody makes in collaborations like this, is usually because everyone's just playing into the high shock factor of something like this. Does that excuse any behavior? Absolutely not.
And he showed us something very...
That is the worst thing you could say. Oh, we were just reacting to it out of the shock value of it. Oh, we were just doing this, we were just doing that. Do better. Actually, like, I don't want to be like the memeing, like, oh, do better kind of person, but like, you should know better than to do this. You should be researching what you are going to be reacting to. Sorry if the screen goes black or if it like cuts. I doing things on the back end.
very weird, and I remember getting somewhat upset about it, and not liking it that much. It was me, him, and Quite. Fuck. I want to say it was something involving a dog too, but I
Exactly.
Dog.
Probably 900-year-old cum vamp for far too long.
Yeah. The 900-year-old cum vampire should have sent alarm bells. That comment should have absolutely been like, you should have been like, whoa, what? Like, that's, if someone looks young in an anime, they are young in an anime. They are often treated as young. There is so much, just like, I don't know what to call it, stupidity, arrogance, ego. I don't know. Malfeasance? I don't know.
These are the four horsemen of the apocalypse we're looking at right now. This is like some mythological.
They've been around since long before civilization.
Exactly. Wait, you showed four in those videos?
This is the 5 rules of the Onami household.
Okay.
These
Oh,
are the little
God.
sisters, by the way.
Okay, this is a hentai?
That should have set alarm bells immediately. Absolutely should have sent alarm bells railing through your head. There is so much malpractice, so much, it's like, this whole situation could have easily been avoided. Let's continue.
First rule, hug your little sister every day.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's just hug her for at least 10 seconds. There's nothing
Yes.
wrong with the hug. Yeah, it's fine.
No, the third rule isn't any weirder, so you don't have to worry.
Oh.
That should have been another red flag. You should know when to spot red flags. Like, look. If a hentai you're watching is talking about sniffing your little sister, get off that shit. Stop reacting to it. It's weird. It's gross. It's disturbing.
But in this situation, I just wanted to provide you the context of all of this, right? This wasn't us sitting together watching Loli, just on like the off time. This is a collaboration for one of Nux's main channel videos, and at the time, really nobody thought about it. But
oh, he didn't think about it, peoples. He didn't think about it, y'all. He just mindlessly did a collaboration. You should be. If you are going to collab with someone, research their content and see, does this align with what my channel and what I stand for? Like, what I want to put out into the world. I would not collab with Vosh, for example. I would not collab with Demon Mama. Because I don't want to be associated with that. And yeah, Green Moon, like Green Moon points out, clout is contagious. It is the actual, work of the devil. If anything. I personally am not religious, but, I think clout corrupts the soul in so much as we have it.
we should have.
So a lot of these big creators, you can start to see really big names. Obviously, Project Melody, Critical, MXR Plays. I don't know if that's actually Iron Mouse, but yeah, you can see plenty of creators that Nux has worked with, and for a while, there's been plenty of collaborations.
He looks like he just got out of bed. He looks like he had to quickly shit this out. That is not a good way of doing an apology. First of all, when you're doing an apology, be presentable. Say what you did, repeat what you did, and apologize, instead of just dismissing everything under the guise of, oh, it was clout, oh, it was this, oh, it was that, oh, it was that, oh, it was that, it was a random collab. Take the onus, take the initiative, and take the accountability of, hey, I fucked up. I did this. Keep that consistent. If you say what you are going to do, if you say what you've done, repeat that word for word. I understand that sometimes your memory will slip up and you might change one word. Script it. You should be scripting your apologies. If I ever fuck up, I'm writing a script. I'm getting all my ducks in a row. Hopefully, I don't fuck up. I'm going to be completely, transparent about what I do on my off time. And, my past. Because, this situation can happen if you are not careful. If you're not careful, you can fuck up. And this is beyond a fuck up. This is not even something that I would even engage in. Because it's not my style of content. Should not collab with people for clout's sake. A collab should be mutually beneficial for both parties. There should be very little risk involved. Did I have bad views in my past? Yes. And I'll always be honest about that. Always. Always, always, always. I'll always be honest with that. Was reacting to Clownfish TV, a channel that I used to be a fan of back when I was in like high school or something. I think it was like my second year of high school, maybe. I don't remember the exact time. But you should take accountability for actions that you have done in your past. But Mudahar isn't doing that here. Because he doesn't care. He really doesn't care. If he did, this video wouldn't have been made. He would have taken more time to actually get a good apology out. I swear. Absolutely swear. This video should not have been made. And what makes it worse is that he took this down. Like, yeah, taking a bad video down is taking a bad video down. But taking a bad apology down is you not standing for your apology. If you have to apologize for your apology, you did a bad job. You did a horrible job. Like Mudahar here did a horrible job. He did the worst job possible.
Where like big creators jump on, they get shown like crazy shit, crazy hentai, or sometimes participate in like, you know, games, game shows, so to speak.
No! No! I don't know any creator. I don't watch any creator who has reacted to hentai on camera. That's not something that is just every content creator does this. No! No, they don't. Not every content creator reacts to hentai live. That is not a normal thing that normal people do.
Speak. And that's really the extent of it. Nux is a pretty big collaborator in that space, and realistically I kind of just walked around expecting him on good faith when he said that, you know, he's pretty anti-loli, and obviously wouldn't have shown us anything that would be very adjacent to it, and obviously...
Once again, you should be researching who you're going to collaborate with. Having faith in like, oh, they would never do this, is bad practice. It's bad YouTube practice. He does not care. Actually. I am so mad at this. Because this video should not have been made. This video should have taken longer to actually be released. Right? Like, this video should have been done differently. He should have apologized better. You know? I really hope I'm getting my words across, or like at least my meaning across. Because I am so mad right now, y'all.
With a lot of these larger creators also collaborating with him, I'm sorry to say, it really did blindside me. There was a bias, call it, you know, friendship bias, call it, you know, there was other creators.
Clout bias. It is clout bias. That's what the word is. It's clout bias. You wanted clout.
Creators working on it, but really it was something that I was putting up a blind spot to, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I really shouldn't have done that collaboration, and I really shouldn't have watched that content, and if any way contributed to normalizing it. I 100% obviously condemn Lolly, and I 100% condemn my actions in that situation. But again, one of the reasons why I do really want to address this is I don't like...
That was a clip. I'm not gonna look too deeply into that clip. But something was taken out, which, yeah, if you misspeak in an apology video, you should clip it. I think that was the only good thing he did. This video shouldn't have been made in as it is now. And taking it down made it worse. Muda, if you ever see this, taking this video down did not do what you think it would have. It made your situation worse. I wasn't going to react to this originally because I didn't know how bad it was. And then I saw like a clip of Westside Tyler reacting to it, like 1 second, and I was like, oh shit, this is bad. This is really bad. And I decided I'm going to react to this. I need to react to this.
Obviously reading the facts that I am some level of a pedo or a defender of this or anything. I have made plenty of videos crapping on individuals and burning a bridge with creators who I don't
think that Muda is a pedo. I think that he did something that was out of character because he was blinded by clout. And because he was blinded by the attention he could have gotten, the potential attention. If that makes sense. Let's continue.
Necessarily agree with. If I have ever at any point normalized their actions, people like Mama Max, where I did stick up for, amongst plenty of other creators. But I think obviously
the Mama Max situation is, I know a little bit about it, but to my knowledge, from what I know about Mama Max, he should not have been taken seriously. At all. You should not be looking at Mama Max and going, oh, this is a trusted voice. No. Not even in the slightest. Not even in the ittiest little bit should Mama Max be taken seriously. And this is coming from someone who has a small knowledge on him. Mama Max is actively getting in the way of cases, much like a lot of other pedo hunters do. Pedo hunting can and will get in the way of police cases when not done correctly. Mama Max did not do his content correctly. That's the problem I have with pedo hunting content. It is often good intention, I feel. I might be wrong about that. And if I am, I really hope I'm not, but if I am, then that just paints a dark picture of reality. But I'm going to be charitable and say oftentimes pedo hunting content is done for the right reasons, but often it can make the situation worse. And if you're thinking of getting into that kind of content, don't. If you want to research pedophiles in your own time and then report them to the police, more power to you. But do not be posting that content online for people to see. And if I get anything wrong in this video, please correct me. Correct me in the comments. Correct me wherever you can. If I get anything wrong, correct me. I am human. I am not perfect. I can get things wrong. And I will get things wrong all the time. So please correct me where you can. And, like, if you are going to correct me, please, like, tell me where you got that correction from so I can get more info on it. Because I do want to be doing the best content I can. And I will make mistakes. That is inevitable. It is inevitable that I make mistakes. Where I have gaps, I want to be filled in. I will have gaps. That is just a fact of life. But I need help to fill those gaps. I can't do that alone. I am only one person. I can't spend my entire life researching everything before making content. Let's continue.
If really bad information comes out and new information comes out, you have to publicly correct it. You have to publicly explain, updates to a situation. I could swipe this stuff under the rug, but I choose to upload it on the main channel because I think that's really where taking accountability.
And you should have done a better job of taking accountability. You did sweep this under the rug by taking this video down. Was that your intent? I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I'm going to be charitable and say probably not. However, that is what you've done. By reacting to this news so horribly and putting out this awful ass apology and not taking the time, dedication, and care, that's the word. By not taking the time, dedication, and care to actually apologize in a way that doesn't make you look like you sloppily shit out this video. You've swept it under the rug. You didn't do your due diligence. By taking it down, you swept it under the rug. By putting this out, you have made it so that the content is tarnished. Any apology you put out after this will be already taken at bad faith. It'll already be uncharitable. Like, people will take it uncharitably. Because you put out this stupid video and did not take the time and care to apologize in any way respectable way, in any way with any effort, and then you deleted it. I think that's the worst part. This shouldn't have been made, but it was. We're living in the reality it was made. And then you delete it. You've deleted this video, Muda. This is a re-upload. You know that this was a bad apology. Anyone with functional eyes or ears can see that. And me personally, I wouldn't be posting anything like this. My content is, I want to say I hold myself to a higher standard than this. I want to hold myself to a higher standard than this. Because I don't want to be in this situation. And I hopefully never will be. I don't want. I know I won't be in this exact situation. I know I won't be in this exact situation. That much I know. Cause this shit is fucking disgusting. But I hope when I make an apology for something that I put in a bare minimum of effort. And I will try to put in more effort than just the bare minimum. This is bottom of the barrel apologies. This is worse than Logan Paul. Muda, how many subscribers does Muda have? Right, this is a re-upload. Okay. Let's let's YouTube. Shit. I'm gonna that's a whatchamacallit. Another segment I want to put out. Some ordinary gamers, 3.8, almost 4 million people that he wants that watch him and are subscribed. 3 days ago, like almost 400,000 people who are watching this guy. And he can't do the bare minimum. Let's continue.
What he is at. I don't want to pretend like I am just burying my head in the sand. This was a wrong thing for me to do, and 100% I own up to it completely. So one of the things that I don't agree with is a lot of the over-sexualization in the thumbnails, right? So there were actually collections of thumbnails collected in these videos where things were pretty NSFW, all right? Or at least they were highly sexualized. But even that isn't as bad as one of the examples that I want to show you. Now, if you're looking at this video called Cursed Speedrun Fails, this was uploaded 3 years ago, and if you're looking at the thumbnail, it is XQC screaming at some video game with Nux's VTuber in the corner and going, what the fuck? Now, the thing is, the problem with this situation is the thumbnail that came before is absolutely filthy. So this one video where, again, the thumbnail is different, XQC is still very much in the corner. You can see a speedrunning timer. You can see Nux's character, his avatar, right here on the right side. But the middle that I'm blurring especially involves a dog bending over and inserting themselves into what appears to be a female character.
Why? Why could you not have done, like, why could you not have researched and looked at his channel before this stupid shit apology even crossed your mind? Before even collaborating with him in the first place? Why couldn't you have taken the 5 seconds it took to scroll down and see, oh, he makes these kinds of thumbnails. This guy is a weirdo. This guy is a freak. Once again, I don't care about Muda's content. I don't give a shit about Muda's content. However, this apology was egregious. It was awful. One of the worst apologies. This is worse than the Logan Paul apology. I'm gonna need a shower after this. Christ.
So obviously this has nothing to do with the actual content, it's just a hypersexualized thumbnail.
Now, even with a thumbnail like that, it had nothing to do with anything hypersexualized, so I don't know why we had to insert zoophilia into, like, a speedrunning thumbnail. To me, it makes no sense, but obviously, you know, looking through a larger collection of these thumbnails that were uploaded on numerous other channels covering this topic, yeah, it really is a pattern that back in the day, and Nux even touched upon this, that, you know, years ago, that this was something they did, whether it be for some form of clickbait or, you know, capture or something that was normalized in the anime community.
Then you knew about it, and you still collabed with him. So yeah, he didn't care, is basically what I'm getting at. He doesn't care about the kind of content that he is putting out, the kind of people he's collaborating with. He does not care. In the slightest. At all. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the If he cared about you, he wouldn't have made this video. If he cared about you, he would have actually taken the time to apologize in a way that didn't make him look worse. All your next apologies are tainted by this, and especially by taking it down after the fact.
Any form of zoophilia, any form of, you know, hentai like this, or hypersexualization, or, you know, if you even insert, like, loli into this thumbnail, for instance, that's not okay. And obviously these are things that, you know, if you slightly change in the background, it's going to rub people the wrong way. You should really just be upfront and honest. And honestly, you should never even have done this in the first place. But yeah, this is one of those things that kind of, like, obviously was brought up, and it's one thing that I wanted to address is...
The same can be said about you, Muda. With this video. This video should not have been uploaded. This video should have been completely different.
One of the principal reasons as to why this isn't okay, but I think a even bigger reason is one of these situations regarding another creator known as Bungo Taiga,
which is a creator that also had their entire YouTube channel pretty much terminated for nudity and sexual content policy.
Now, to preface, also going in forward into this video, I don't know much more about Bungo Taiga other than what I'm about to read here for you, and again, just covering this one specific case. So I don't know what level of degeneracy, if anything, this person also falls into, so don't consider anything that I'm saying as a co-signing of this individual. I'm looking at a very hyper-specific event in this point in time. I just want to make that readily apparent.
So to go over a bit of the controversy, in summer 2022, Taiga was accused of grooming. They made a twit longer where they reviewed the allegations and called them false.
Jesus Christ. Why are so many YouTubers pedophiles? Like, actually, I'm genuinely curious. Why are so many YouTubers absolute pedophiles? There has to be some reason, right? Like, this cannot be coincidence. You know, water.
Later, an updated Google Doc was created that had evidence that not only were these allegations fake, they were deliberately created by ex-moderators and spread by a stalker of Taiga. So again, this is the Google Doc in question. Now again, I have no idea about this controversy whatsoever. I'm only bringing this up because it was actually a big point of contention.
Then why even talk about it? I know he's gonna say it's a big point of contention, but like, you shouldn't talk about it if you don't know the situation.
For someone like Nux. So even the actual person, Taiga Holic, actually ended up making like a 57-minute like piece where they kind of went over this and really were just grilling Nux for not really correcting the record. The record had to be corrected because in this situation, Nux literally made a video where he was showcasing controversies to a popular creator known as Penguin Zero. Now inside this, he actually goes out and says, "Hey all, I edited out the Bungo Taiga segment of this video. Although I state in the video itself a disclaimer that I do not know the full story and to not take what I say too seriously, I would rather not be a cause for possible misinformation floating around now that new information was revealed. I am still in the dark on a lot of details as I heard both sides of this event and don't know what to think. I'm sorry if I caused any undue harm." So I personally apologize to Taiga for their side, and they discuss my plan going forward. If the truth comes out, be it guilty or innocent, but I intend to set the record straight in the future when I understand the situation. So it's wild as fuck that we're covering pretty serious stories like this, but we don't have the entire story, or at least enough to make a video. That is...
Can I just talk about something real quick? His streaming setup, right? I don't know if this is his normal streaming setup, or if this is really just something he felt like he had to get out as quickly as possible. But from what I can tell, his streaming setup, like right here, looks like he needs to clean his room. This is coming from me, who has a decently messy room, but I try to clean it. I do. I clean it more every day. I don't have the cleanest room in the world, mind you. But I hold myself to a higher standard than this. I would not let my room get like this. I cannot see all of it. Once again, if I'm wrong about the state of his room, then please correct me.
Basically how you bring on actual misinformation. So in this story, Taiga did not appear to be too happy with this entire situation. They actually talked about it again in that VOD I brought up, Nuxtaku Can't Stop Lying.
You think I deplatformed him? People are blaming me for deplatforming him? He got banned for sexual content. But you're blaming me for deplatforming him? Destroy...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this VTuber model like actually stolen? Like, isn't this stolen art also? I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure Nux is just blatantly stealing this model in this art.
Destroyed his life? You think I destroyed his life when the video where I talk about apologizing for it has more views than the video where I originally mentioned it, like, as a throwaway sentence? Over false allegations? I didn't make any allegations. I said what someone else said, and I was wrong to do that. But, like, there are so many comments like this.
That is allegations. You are repeating allegations. That's what allegations are. Making a statement on someone. You've made allegations, Nux. You've made false allegations. You've repeated false allegations, I should say. Because he wasn't the creator of those allegations. Anyway.
It's everywhere.
I don't particularly think that was ever a great response in the situation. Like, yes, just because you regurgitated what somebody else said, when it comes to something this serious, it probably should have been something that you were 100% on the money for. It's a pretty massive fuck-up, and it's not a fuck-up that you can...
Then why are you doing a similar thing with your apology? You are making a similar mistake with your apology. Like, by releasing and making your apology the way you've done it. The way you've made your apology, the way you've released it, is absolutely terrible. And then you go and delete it. Which makes the situation worse.
And just, put in a pinned comment or a, side channel that people, may or may not see. At the end of the day, when it involves something incredibly serious, like, sexual assault stuff, you should 100% correct the record and make a actual real... It doesn't have to be like you slapping yourself in the face in front of it. It just really has to be a sincere...
Yeah, it should be a sincere apology. You understand the mistake, but you can't see it when you've done it, is what I'm seeing here. You don't understand when you've made that mistake, but you can understand when other people have. For whatever reason. That's where we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. I apologize. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a like. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye. And I am terribly sorry. This is where I'm going to have to wrap up the stream, because I have stuff to do. My grandma needs me. I have to take care of her. I am so sorry, everybody. I will be hopefully streaming tomorrow, later in the night. I might like continue stream later today, like late in the night, or just record these segments on their own. But this is where I'm going to have to wrap this up. I am so sorry.